Well, DRM, digital rights management, is it's very important. I don't really think about it much. It's now almost just transparent. Again, being part of a major, our rules are set up for all the owned labels. So our DRM rules for Universal Music Group content are the same no matter what digital content provider is purchasing our music. And on digital files, we certainly, we're not in the business of selling unprotected files because there's so much rampant piracy. But at the same time, our DRM rules do allow you to burn copies and do allow you to move it from device to device within certain limitations. But I don't really spend a lot of time thinking about it. In my day-to-day, it's just something that I feel we need. I wish we didn't, honestly. There's no DRM on a CD. You can, clearly rip any, CD. We don't really put out copy-protected CDs. We've tried it. We've thought about it. We do it on advanced copies because we don't want the unprotected audio to get up on too many file sharing networks. And actually, illegal file sharing and downloading is probably less. I don't have these stats down, but I think I'm right when I say illegal downloading isn't really as big a problem as the burn and borrow kind of syndrome where, I buy the record and burn it for 3 of my friends and they burn it for 6 of their friends. And before you know it, that's going out there. That's a huge, I think, bigger problem actually than downloading. Certainly the perceived value of recorded musical performance and composition is way below what it was 10 years ago. And many, many consumers have a sort of sense of entitlement to free or really cheap or free music.
On the radio, because is always free on the radio?
It's arguably not free because you have to listen to those damn commercials in between it. But it is free because you can listen to it. That's part of it, sure. Once you get used to a file sharing system, if you're a fan of music, it's amazing and it's undeniable. Back when the old Napster, it's now a commercial legitimate service, but the first version, iteration of Napster through a few, upgrades was what really got the ball rolling, obviously, and people still relate that name to it. And I was very angry as an ex-musician, songwriter, performer, now record label guy. It pissed me off. It's like, this is crazy. Went home and downloaded it and tried to play Stump the Band with Napster, and I found everything I was looking for. Really esoteric, remote kind of artists that I wouldn't expect to find. I found them. And of course, all the hit type of stuff I looked for, I found it. And the music fan in me was like, this is awesome. And so I totally got it once I tried it. I was no longer angry at it. I was like, we have to deal with this. I don't know. The perceived value of music is definitely low. I don't know how to completely answer your original question on that one. I think we're getting to a place more and more people. The RIAA obviously is suing consumers. It's kind of a weird thing, suing the people that are buying your records, or suing the people that could buy your records. These are essentially people that are not. They're clearly, according to the RIAA and the lawsuits, they're sharing large amounts. Those are the people that they're going after. But I think the one biggest goal of them doing that was to raise awareness that this is illegal. And it certainly has done that. I think when they do surveys and they ask the American population is sharing copywritten material with friends legal, and people know the answer, no, that's not. They didn't know that 3 years ago. They didn't really have that internalized. And then the key part of the strategy was we got to get as much content and as much cool content as possible available at legitimate services, so there's a choice. If you want your music digitally, which people clearly do, especially if you're in college or younger, we've got to give you a great choice to get it legitimately. And there's a ton of great choices now, and I think that's only going to continue.